everybody, and welcome to the offering of Diceball to the world. So, in this video, I am going to show you how to make your own Diceball game to play at home when the lockdown is over, to play with friends and whoever you want to, basically. You can even host your own Diceball tournaments and stuff like that, you know, like we've done on this channel. Obviously, Diceball was created as an idea to do something different, to try and pull new people in who may be interested in, you know, a bit of interactive competition. So obviously it didn't work out as well as I'd hoped, but I think the concept of Diceball itself is a good one. So what this video is going to do is show you how you can make your own Diceball game, and it's very, very, very easy to do. So the first thing you're going to need, obviously, is a ball. This here is just a spongy little ball I picked up from Tesco. There was 3 of them in there for £1. You know, nice and easy. You don't need it to be something like this. You could use anything you want. You could use a tennis ball even. You could use, you know, even if you've got something like an old dog chewy ball or something like that, you can use that if you need to. All you need is a ball. But the more of a football it looks, the more appealing it's going to look to you. So there you go. So these here are the dice cups. So these are just bog standard plastic cups, and I've used a bit of marker to write H and A for home and away. So the home team has that dice, the away team has that dice. Within there, each one has 2 dice in there. So dice are actually a lot harder to come by than I thought, but during the lockdown they're obviously going to be, so wherever you can get dice from, get them. But I picked up a game of Yahtzee and used the dice out of there. So then they go on top of each other, the ball drops in, and then they are nice and easy to store away. Now, use some white card if I was you. Try and get some good quality white card if you can. And obviously you've got to use a marker, obviously, to outline everything. But what you want from it is 1 large circle for your centre spot. So this ball sits on your centre spot. Then I made up 10 smaller circles for goal counters. I'm going to show you exactly how they get used now. So the goals are quite simple. Made out of card, nice and easy. So you stick them on the end, either end of your table. Obviously the vital thing is a coffee table would be helpful for you. Something big enough so you can fit all the different position sectors on there. So 2 pieces, so goals made out of card, and you can see it is easy. Just mark them out and cut them with some scissors, and try not to cut your fingers off while you're doing it, of course. What you need is a large piece of card to say who's in possession, home team in possession and away team in possession. That way you know who's got the ball in their possession. You'll notice you know, all the different factors in the possession in the rules, which are in the description. So I'm going to segregate this now. What you want is a home card for the home side and an away card for the away side. And under those bits of card, or next to those bits of card, is where you put your goal counters, which, if you were part of the old Diceball tournament and league that we were doing, you'll notice that for yourselves, you know, that was where I was putting them. So the position sectors, so there's 7 different sectors of positions, and within these sectors, if you win a dice roll, you obviously move on to the next one when you're in possession. If you're not in possession, you just win possession, and then the direction changes. You win a dice roll, you advance. You win a dice roll by double the points over the other team, you move 2 lots. If it's treble, you move 3 lots, and you think you get the gist of that. That's covered in the rules in the description. So what you want is a goalkeeper versus attack from the one side. That moves on to a defence versus attack. Then you've got midfield and defence versus midfield and attack. That is my shit handwriting on there, so if you can't understand it, that's why I'm putting the emphasis on it, so you know midfield and defence versus midfield and attack. As you see, I put in brackets home and away. So then you go to the very dead centre. This is in line with the centre circle, midfield versus midfield. And then the opposite, midfield and attack versus midfield and defence. Attack versus defence, and then attack versus goalkeeper. And then you'll see from here then, basically it's the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then finally 7. So you lay them 8 down the length of your coffee table or whatever table you've got. You might even have an old table you used to play Subbuteo on. That would be absolutely ideal. Personally, I'd rather be playing Subbuteo because that's fucking awesome. But, you know, Diceball is still appealing in its own right. So I'm just tidying that up now. Yeah, so it's nice and easy to do. And like I said, the rules are in the description for you to go through. They're not too complicated. They may seem it at first, but once you go through it and play a few test games, you get the gist of it. We altered these rules between a tournament that we did and then starting a league, and I think, in my opinion, we've perfected them. But you always get like house rules and things like that. If you want to differ your rules in any way, you can. If you want to allocate more points and more points to more different and different points to different positions, you can go nuts. Enjoy it. It's yours now. You do what you want with it. So that there is pretty much Diceball in a nutshell. For those of you who feel you need further clarification on how the game works, feel free to track back through the channel and see some of the games while they were actually happening. And then I think you'll get the gist of it then. But I think I've shown you how to make the game and what components you need for the game. As long as you can apply the rules, don't think you're going to have any problems. So, you know, for those of you who were part of the Diceball streaming, thank you very much. And it was, like I said in the previous video, with an absolute heavy heart that I've decided to abandon the current Diceball league that we were doing. And I think giving it back to you guys to go and play yourselves is going to be a lot better for not just this channel, but for you. So enjoy, and thank you very much. Cheerio for now, and as always, up the county. Many thanks for watching the latest content on the Amber Army channel. Please make sure you leave us a like. Make sure you subscribe for more content, both for the neutral football fan and also plenty of Newport County. Even more Newport County content can be found on the club's iFollow channel on the link above. It is just £4.49 per month to subscribe to that service. And those of you feeling extra generous can also support us on Patreon on the link at the bottom there. That would be a monthly donation of your choice. Thank you again, make sure you've subscribed, and as always, up the county.